A very warm welcome to yet another Kumekucha video. Information and analysis that is very difficult to find anywhere else. I recommend that you subscribe and you hit the bell button so that you receive notifications every time I have a new video. Karibu sana and enjoy. A sad day for Kenya, but a day in which Kenyans came out very resilient and very brave. I am so proud of Kenyans who came out very quickly to donate blood. Yeah, we had situations in hospitals where they were saying enough for today. And then of course our men in uniform, very brave policemen, soldiers, and surprise, the criminals must have had a shock of their lives. Because this time round, our crack special forces arrived within 30 minutes, which saved a lot of lives. And of course, initially, personnel from the Australian embassy, which is opposite the Dusit Hotel where this happened, were on the scene and exchanged fire with the criminals. I'll just call them that. Anyway, I know you're all very anxious to get the 411 on this, so let's get straight to it. But even before I do that, I need to say something extremely important. There are very many Kenyans who are anxious and even upset that the figures of the dead and injured were not being released, that the government was being very slow in releasing those figures. Now we need to understand something. This incident, of which the Al-Shabaab terror group has claimed responsibility, was designed, as all terror attacks are designed, to get a maximum body count. You see what these criminals gained from this exercise, this very cowardly, gruesome exercise, are headlines, body counts, high double-digit, triple-digit body counts. So when you rush into releasing such figures, when you rush into sharing such figures, you're playing right into the hands of these criminals. Let me make it clearer to you what kind of situation we're in. Armed thugs attack your house. You manage to keep them at bay, but they're still outside. Do you start announcing to them, oh, you've already injured my wife, or you have cut my hand, please go away? Do you think they'll respond to that? No. Instead, you tell them, we're okay. Bring it on. Do your worst, but you will never get what you want. You will never succeed in what you're doing against us. And all folks who love Kenya, and I love my country to bits, should have that message today. And we should tell these cowardly criminals outright, you will never succeed. You will never break the nation called Kenya. Now I know already many of you are getting very anxious and wondering what's happening today. My apologies, but I assure you, after we thwart this attack, there'll be plenty of time to get the facts together, and to give you all the details you need. So having understood that, you will understand that the information I give today is based on my love for my country, and is based on protecting lives, because this is an ongoing situation. You see, these criminals have access to social media. That is why I was very alarmed when somebody tweeted somebody was trapped inside. I believe they were later rescued. I was very alarmed when they tweeted, I'm on the first floor. Mercifully, they did not give their room number, but already that is bad enough. Now it is estimated that the attack started at around 3:48 p.m. today. Some eyewitnesses say they arrived in 2 vehicles. Some say they arrived in 1. The Inspector General of Police has confirmed that there was a suicide bomber involved, who detonated the explosive inside the Dusit Hotel. In a coordinated attack, a grenade was thrown which completely destroyed 3 cars parked near the entrance. And apparently the first place to attack was the I&M Bank. Still not clear why. All this time, the attackers, whose number has not been established, were firing indiscriminately. Another eyewitness, who was later rescued, said they were going from room to room in the hotel. But ultimately, they positioned themselves in the higher floors, which of course gives you an advantage in a firefight. Now, as I made this video, I received confirmation from the scene that most of the floors have been cleared. And it has further been widely reported that 6 of the 7 floors of the hotel have been secured by our security personnel, leaving the terrorists trapped in only one floor, in what appears to be a suicide mission. This attack, of course, came exactly 3 years to the day of another terrible attack inside Somali on the Kenyan army base at a place called El Ade. I covered that attack as well as another one in a place called Kolibio. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Quite extensively in my Kumekucha blog. My point is, this was the anniversary of that attack. And these criminals probably wanted to make a point, with big headlines written in blood, and all kinds of horrible images flowing through social media. But it didn't happen. They failed. Yes, we had casualties, but they were minimal. Minimal compared to what they must have had in mind. Folks, as a country, we have to be very careful, because this is not us reporting on something that has happened in distant Middle East. This is our country being very unfairly targeted. Indeed, this attack has made me very angry, and it should make every Kenyan who loves their country very angry. This is not the time to discuss whether or not our troops should be withdrawn from Somalia. Those are our domes which we should sort out later. But in passing, I would like to say, check the history properly. My political lecturer was battling with criminals from Somalia, these terrorists, in the 1960s. In those days, they called themselves the shifters. These lunatics started attacking Kenya a long time ago. And so you will know that they look through social media, and any comment suggesting that our troops should be withdrawn from Somalia makes them happy. That's a victory for them. And those naive Kenyans who think that this is a religious war are also playing right with their hands. There is nowhere in the Quran that says it is okay to kill innocent people, children and women, because of any cause. Absolutely nowhere. But then you can always twist whatever you want to twist for the sake of your agenda. I think the words that best describe, best summarize what happened today are the words of the cabinet CS in charge of internal, Bwana Fred Matiang'i, Dr. Fred Matiang'i actually, when he said, as a country, we have been tested and we have been found not to be wanting. That is precisely what has happened, and that is the truth. The long and short of what I'm trying to say is that this time we were prepared, and that must have shocked the criminals. Now, I'm not trying to skew the facts. I'm not trying to do a propaganda video. Yes, there were casualties. Yes, people were traumatized. Yes, some innocent Kenyans lost their lives. But one thing I'm very sure of, we have emerged from this stronger as a nation, and stronger in the resolve to defeat those who would have mistakenly thought that our country is a soft target. Today, they have learned otherwise. Now, I've just received word that virtually all the buildings have been secured, and that what is going on now is what is called a mopping up operation. A mopping up operation is to ensure that if any of the criminals are hiding somewhere, they are flushed out. In the days to come, we will look deeper into this incident, and will reveal deeper and more detailed facts of exactly what happened. But trust me, the conclusion will be the same as the one I've just given you. And that is, our enemies did not achieve what they wanted to achieve. They didn't come anywhere near. Remember that terrorism is a worldwide problem, and a vast majority of the other countries that are fighting it are much better equipped than we are. They are more developed than we are. They have much more experience than we do. When you consider all those cold facts, you will understand why Kenya today has emerged heroic and indeed thwarted what would have been a terrible bloodbath. Until next time, this is Kshs, Kumekucha.
Kenya inchi yangu, Kenya inchi yangu iliyo uhuru. Inchi iliyo uhuru, toka sasa mpaka milele. Kenya inchi yangu, Kenya inchi yangu